defense, I think they can win 11 or 12 games, and I think that could be enough to win the NFC East. So I have the Commanders and Eagles both making the playoffs, Commanders winning the division.
Man, that's interesting lineup. I'm going to focus on your first team, the Commanders, because this is a team, obviously, Jayden Daniels, coming into year 2. Typically, always, we talk about sophomore slump. I just don't. I know I said this about CJ. I don't see him having the sophomore slump. He just plays at a calm with a stoic demeanor. However, they did have a ton of close games.
Yes.
Like that were like
insane the way they won.
It was
that could have won.
Like to repeat that. Obviously, you don't want a season like that. But if they can find a way to not be in those situations and still come out winning a lot of those games, that this team was going to be scary going into the postseason. But I'm interested to see the Commanders this year.
All right. Well, my last place team in the NFC East is not the Dallas Cowboys. All right. I think the Giants, I think they're much better than they were last year. Like, I really do. I think the defense is going to be potentially special in the future. All right. And I think they're gonna start Russell Wilson, which is fine. But to me, this season for them is about that defense establishing itself as, okay, they're gonna be great over the next few years. And then Jackson Dart, when he gets in there, week 6, 5, 6, whatever it may be, 4, him establishing himself as your future franchise quarterback. Like, that's what it's about. I think the division, and I don't have like 3 teams going to the playoffs, but I think this division is so solid and tough that even though they've improved a significant amount, I just don't think they're going to be able to get – they might get third. I think it'll be close. Like, I think them and my third-place team will battle, but I don't think they're going to be like a 5 or 6 win team, but I just don't see them going higher. At number 3, the Dallas Cowboys. I do agree with you, Nick. Look, and money changes everything. If Micah does get a $200 million guaranteed contract or whatever, and I'm sure he will be all smiles, but it just feels like this feels ugly. This feels way uglier than Dak, way uglier to me than Lamar. Which I didn't think personally was ugly. You thought it was ugly. He was talking about, going to a different
uglier
team.
Than Chris Jones.
This is like really bad, and obviously Micah's popular on that team in the locker room. I'm sure other players, again, money talks, they're going to play, and they're happy with their money. But to see this happen to your best player, a guy that's popular, a leader, I just think it sets a terrible precedent. And I think Dak will put up big numbers. But I think the lack of a run game, when he doesn't have a great run game, they don't win a lot of games, even as he puts up numbers. So them number 3. This is where I differ with, well, that's different from Nick too, but at my second team, I got Washington. And I'm going to be honest, I came this close to leaving them out of the playoffs. And I love Jayden Daniels, obviously, I've talked about that. And I don't think he'll go into a sophomore slump. I just think their defense is questionable. I'm going to put faith in Dan Quinn to build it up. They improved last year. I think I'm going to have faith in him to build it up. But what put me over the top, and it just happened this morning, because I really was battling. I said, you know what? I'm going to hold them out of the playoffs. And then when I saw they got Terry McLaurin signed, I think that will – it just seems like it was bad vibes before that. I think that'll make everything much better as far as vibes. He was a team leader, and he's the deep threat that Jayden needs. So them trading Brian Robinson, the running back, I think they got depth in the backfield. Yes. So, I do think they'll squeak into the playoffs. And then I do have Philly becoming the first team to repeat in the East since 2004. Yeah. I think for a Super Bowl champion, they have a chip on their shoulder. That's hard to have as a Super Bowl champion. And I think it is. Everybody's still questioning our quarterback. All right, Saquon Barkley, despite the great year last year, is still trying to establish his Hall of Fame credentials. The defense, like you said, Nick, they lost a lot of people. So they've got something to prove. You got new guys coming in there like, I got to make a name for myself. So I think that they are going to, and Sirianni, always seems to be 2 straight losses away from the hot seat. All right, so they have a chip on their shoulder, and I think they're going to come out and play good
football. Before you go, real quick, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did I just become the Jayden guy? How did that happen? I didn't. I mean, you definitely.
So.
Neither
I
one of
put
you
him
guys.
in the playoffs.
I mean, I just said. I don't know.
I kept it real.
Brew was a Terry McLaurin tweet away from having him out of the playoffs.
I think it's still.
Did
coach.
I just become?
No, I think it's still coach.
Oh, sure. But of the three of us
at this table,
I don't know. I mean, raise your hand
You
if you think
can't
Jayden
lose
Daniels
a
is
guy.
going to win the division.
You can't
Everybody
lose a
else's
guy
hands up.
that
I'm
you
just
put in the
curious.
playoffs.
I'm just.
It's not like I left him out of the playoffs.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry,
Greg.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not going to go against the Eagles this year, going back to back. I think that's over with this year. Again, the relationship between head coach and quarterback, nobody's talking about that anymore. Like, they seemingly, because when you have success, it kind of covers up all the things that we once were talking about. Now, again, they have to continue to have that success. If they don't, that relationship might surface itself again. But the back end, I'm with Brew on this. I just don't think the Dallas Cowboys, even without Micah Parsons, they're so established offensively, and then you add another weapon alongside of CeeDee Lamb. I just feel like offensively they should have enough to put up fights in these games, kind of like the Bengals last year. But the Giants,
I don't know. I just
those Giants.
You got them last, right? You got them last.
Yeah,
I do have them
I think he has the same order as you.
Okay.
The Giants preseason games are oozing aura out of your television.
They definitely are.
But preseason is so.
It definitely is.
Remember
not
how good Kenny Pickett looked in preseason?
But the vibes difference between Cowboys and Giants preseason.
Yes.
No, I give
They're
you
scoring
that.
like the whole team.
But
like Russ is
offensively,
up.
their talent isn't close to Cowboys.
Jameis is up. I do like the Eagles winning. I'm giving out my predictions.
On
A lot
Friday.
of people think I'm going to, just because I always pick the Super Bowl champions. Oftentimes I do.
No, you pick
all
NBA
the
champions, and now you're going to do it in football.
Well, the Chiefs went back to back.
Yeah, but you didn't pick them either.
I was right about that. But that is music to my ears.
The Eagles, Commanders, the Giants, the Cowboys, missed the playoffs, missed the playoffs 4 times in 20 years, 9 and 8. I hate to say, but there'll be plenty of F games, F games, F games, F games. Boom, boom, boom.
My man, my fellas, my guys.
Consistently excellent. Moving on to the AFC East, where the Bills have reigned supreme during an elongated Patriots dynasty gap year. As New England's dynasty is your friend who moved to Hawaii for a winter to get some sun and now has a job in commercial real estate and 2 kids. Division
I
titles.
wonder if they know Shohei. Your friend.
Stop. That was his agent.
No.
That
Go
was
ahead.
not
sorry.
his.
My bad. I
I'm
apologize.
aware of
You're
that
right.
stuff.
I apologize.
Division titles. The Chiefs obviously are in first place with 9. Bills are right there with 5. Look at the Bucks.
Yeah, bake show.
Sneaky good back down there. Okay, Nick. AFC East.
All right, number 4.
Don't do it. We're good.
Number 4.
Will Campbell.
The New York Jets.
There we go.
They might be the worst offense in the league. The reports out of their training camp practices have been alarming about Justin Fields throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm old enough to remember I was getting yelled at about, you don't think Brees Hall's a great running back? The Jets seem to be, he's going to be splitting carries with Braylon Allen. I just, listen, I believe in Aaron Glenn. I think he's trying to build something. I think this is a foundation-setting year. I think they're a last-place team. 3rd place. Team, it's possible this team's good. They have a sneaky underrated front 4. And if the quarterback can stay healthy, maybe they surprise some people. Number 3, the Miami Dolphins.
Let's go.
Listen, I think we maybe have swerved too far in the Dolphins are a train wreck, lane, narratively speaking, because they had some bad preseason practices. But don't get mad at me, KW. I don't trust Tua's health. I don't know that Tyreek necessarily wants to be there, but they also, Tyreek and Waddle, a good front four. They should be, they typically win when Tua's out there. All right, don't reveal this yet. I have a system that has led me to, I'll be honest, incredible gambling success.
Really?
Yeah, when it comes to these preseason things. Yeah, last year I think I was 6-2 in the
Showed up with a broken arm for no reason.
And the system demands I be unbiased. And when I put in the data, the system spit out that this team is going to the playoffs.
Wow!
The New England Patriots are in the playoffs.
I knew it.
In a way
AFC?
that I gotta tell you.
I love it. What's his data?
I believe terrible coach to really good one.
Facts.
Soft schedule.
Yep.
Better quarterback, not because you change quarterbacks in this case, but just because it's year 2. All of the little bonus things. Play Miami in your building in week 18.
Love it.
That's a win. It's going to be 0 degrees. I'm telling you right now, week 12, Cincinnati. The Patriots win that game, and that's the tiebreaker head-to-head that sends them to the playoffs as the 7th seed. Listen, trust me, America. I don't want to be on this guy's side,
You're a Patriots
but I just want to be right.
It's like I'm a Chiefs guy. You're beloved in New England.
I am not beloved in New England. You're not a Chiefs guy. And then the Bills, this is the most respect I can give them. You don't even need to talk about it. Anyone picking any team other than the Bills to win this division for the foreseeable future, it's ridiculous. They have dominated this division. They're obviously going to be the division champions.
Fantastic. Greg, do you agree with all that?
You know what? I kind of do.
Wow!
What a day.
I kind of do.
What a day.
Patriots in the playoffs?
Like, it's hard to, when you watch the Patriots and you watch, I'm a receiver guy, so I understand how important receivers are. You watch the impact that Stephon Diggs has had.
It's real.
It is real, Wilds. It is. We can overlook it. We can act like we don't want to pay attention to it. Like Stephon Diggs, he's washed and all the things.
I feel you, fellow receiver.
It's a real thing. Obviously, coaching matters.
The coaching is the thing.
The coaching matters for sure, but this is, for number one, the Bills, they have the layup of any division. No doubt. They're always going to be number one until somebody dethrones them. Sorry.
Brew, before we get your predictions, I wanted to give you a quick update on my bud list prior to vacation. So I put the Dolphins on the bud list, and I ran through some preseason news, but we do have an update that I want to get your take on. So the issue that we had with Miami, before you make your pick, is that a lot of times they're thought of as a soft team. And that came from a joint practice with the Lions, where Grant Stewart said, I don't know if they practice how we practice. And Mike McDaniel took a little exception to that. He's like, you know what, I don't worry about that. It's just a lot of noise. And then the report from practice came out, and it was called Dolphins Get Embarrassed During Disastrous Scrimmage versus Lions, quote, as lopsided a joint NFL practice as I've ever seen. I said, you know what? I believe in the Dolphins. I want to like the Dolphins. So they had a joint practice with the Bears. And we got some new reports out of the Bears. The Miami Dolphins didn't appreciate the Bears trying hard in joint practice because they were tackling during 7-on-7, and the Dolphins really weren't up to the task. So I had them on the bud list. So before you make your prediction, I wanted you to be aware of the newest news out of Miami practice.
Well, look, the Dolphins, they are what I have said they are. All right, their quarterback can't win in